I'm going to share with you step 1 of becoming emotionally intelligent. Now, why is it important to become emotionally intelligent? Well, we experience life through our body, through our feelings, yet most people aren't really educated on the feelings they're having because we've been told in society, and sorry, especially men, that you cut everything off. It has to be all logic and rational thought, except every human has something called the amygdala. Hangs out in the back part of the brain. That's in charge of emotion. It's in charge of stress. It's in charge of anxiety. It's in charge of fear. It's in charge of happiness. It's in charge of joy. It's in charge of all the things, all the feelings. So you can logic your feelings all you want, but if you don't actually feel your feelings and understand your feelings, i.e., emotional intelligence, then you are going to be running a rampant circle in your brain trying to figure out and solve for why you don't feel good, but you don't actually know what you're feeling and you can't actually solve for the actual thing that's happening in your body. So here's the number one tool for any of my clients that I start them on when they are just brand new to emotional intelligence. They can logic things, but they can't understand how they feel. It's called the Wheel of Emotions. You can Google it. You can find various different color versions, but this lists out a pretty comprehensive list of emotions. So usually what ends up happening is I'll ask a client, well, how did that make you feel? Or you can ask anybody, how did that make them feel? And you know what they do? They describe the situation again, or they describe a different variables. Well, they did this, and they keep going through the actions of what happened rather than going, I felt angry, I felt sad, I felt fearful, I felt threatened, I felt elated, I felt joyful, I felt so excited. You've got to be able to check in with my body and go, what do I feel, or what did I feel? And then the next step would be, where do I feel that? Why did I feel that way? And then we can start to work on feeling better, which is what most people come to me for. Most people go to therapists for, is they want to feel better. And so oftentimes just talking about it without actually getting into the body where your feelings live is counterproductive. So both men and women, when you start to learn your emotions, when you start to master your emotions, you actually become a very safe place for other people because you can learn how to get yourself out of the negative emotions of what you don't want to feel and move more into positive emotions, which is kind of like a next layer of emotional intelligence. And another picture I can show you called the emotional guidance scales. But let's feed you baby birds, which is starting off with the wheel of emotion so that you can start to understand when I'm feeling, have a physical sensation in my body, what is the feeling I'm labeling that as? And hey, my name is Tara, and I'm on a mission to create a self-aware army because it's lonely in these self-aware streets.